Can dogs actually recognize bad people? Or are owners simply projecting human emotions onto their pets when they react strangely around someone? Almost every dog owner has experienced a moment that felt impossible to ignore. A dog that is normally calm suddenly becomes tense around one specific person while acting completely relaxed around everyone else. The reaction can be subtle at first. The dog stops wagging, stares longer than usual, refuses to approach, or quietly positions itself closer to its owner without making a sound. Other times the reaction feels much more intense. Barking starts suddenly, the dog becomes unusually watchful, or the entire energy of the animal changes the moment a certain person enters the environment. And what makes this so unsettling is how often owners later connect those moments to something they eventually learned about the person afterward. That is why so many people become convinced dogs can somehow sense bad humans instinctively. But the real explanation may actually be even more fascinating than the myth itself. Because dogs truly are noticing things humans completely miss almost every single day. Dogs have spent thousands of years evolving beside humans. Over time, they became incredibly skilled at reading our behavior, emotions, routines, body language, tone changes, and even chemical shifts in the body. Unlike humans, dogs do not rely primarily on words when interpreting situations. They pay attention to movement, tension, scent, posture, voice tone, facial expression, speed, rhythm, and emotional energy all at once. That means a dog may react strongly to signals most humans barely notice consciously. A nervous movement, unstable behavior, sudden aggression, intoxication, fear, tension, or unpredictable body language can immediately change how a dog responds to someone. Many owners mistake this for supernatural intuition. In reality, dogs are often processing enormous amounts of information extremely quickly. One of the biggest reasons dogs react differently to certain people is body language. Dogs naturally pay close attention to movement patterns and emotional consistency. Calm, confident people often move predictably and smoothly around dogs. Nervous or agitated individuals sometimes move differently without even realizing it. Small things matter to dogs. Sudden gestures, stiff posture, direct staring, erratic movement, loud emotional reactions, or unusual tension can all make a person feel unpredictable to an animal. And because dogs are survival-oriented animals, unpredictability itself can create caution. The dog is not necessarily labeling someone evil. The dog may simply feel uncertain about the signals it is receiving. For dogs, uncertainty alone can trigger alert behavior. Then comes the moment many owners never forget. Their dog reacts negatively to someone while everyone else in the room seems completely comfortable. That experience sticks in people's minds because dogs usually do not overreact randomly without some kind of environmental trigger. Even calm dogs can suddenly become highly focused if something feels unusual to them. And interestingly, the reaction is often quiet before it becomes loud. Many dogs initially freeze, stare, slow down movement, or become hyper-observant long before barking ever begins. This silent assessment phase is something many owners overlook. Dogs often study situations carefully before deciding how to respond. Science also suggests dogs pay enormous attention to human emotional states. Studies have shown dogs can recognize stress, fear, anger, sadness, and tension through a combination of smell and behavioral cues. Humans release chemical changes through sweat and scent when emotions shift. Dogs detect these changes far more effectively than humans can. That means a person who feels anxious, aggressive, unstable, fearful, or emotionally unpredictable may smell different to a dog instantly. The dog reacts to the emotional shift before humans consciously notice anything themselves. Dogs are also highly influenced by social learning. They constantly observe how humans interact with each other and often build associations from repeated experiences. If a dog repeatedly sees someone acting aggressively, yelling, moving unpredictably, or causing tension in the environment, the dog may naturally become cautious around that person over time. This is where many people misunderstand canine behavior completely. Dogs are not moral judges deciding who is good or bad in the human sense. They are experts at detecting comfort versus discomfort, predictability versus unpredictability, and calmness versus tension. That sensitivity is what makes their reactions seem almost magical sometimes. Around the strongest emotional moments owners experience with dogs, there is often a sudden realization that the dog noticed something emotionally off long before humans consciously processed it themselves. That realization is what fuels the belief that dogs can read human character. And honestly, in some ways, they probably can. just not in the supernatural way many people imagine. Dogs are simply incredibly advanced observers of human behavior. This is one reason dogs often react strongly to intoxicated individuals. Alcohol changes movement patterns, scent, coordination, speech, and emotional energy dramatically. To humans, the changes may seem minor. To dogs, the person may suddenly feel completely different. Children sometimes experience similar reactions from dogs because their movement patterns can appear unpredictable or overly energetic. Again, the dog is responding to behavior, not morality. Certain breeds also react more intensely than others. Working breeds like German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, Dobermans, and Rottweilers were developed specifically to stay highly aware of environmental changes. These breeds often notice emotional shifts extremely quickly because alertness was intentionally reinforced through selective breeding. Their reactions can appear almost eerie to owners because they are so observant. Past experiences matter too. A dog that previously had a bad encounter with a certain type of person may react cautiously to similar behaviors later in life. This is why context is important. A dog reacting negatively does not automatically mean the person is dangerous. Sometimes the dog is reacting to fear, confusion, unfamiliar behavior, medical scent changes, emotional instability, or past associations rather than actual threat. Canine reactions are complex. But what continues fascinating owners is how often dogs seem emotionally accurate. Many people trust their dog's instincts because the reactions feel deeply genuine and emotionally honest. Dogs do not care about social status, appearances, charm, or reputation the way humans often do. They react primarily to what they experience directly in the moment. That honesty is part of why humans feel such a strong emotional connection with dogs in the first place. Their reactions feel raw, immediate, and difficult to fake. And while science cannot prove dogs detect evil, research strongly supports the idea that dogs are extraordinarily skilled at reading human behavior and emotional states. In many cases, they are simply noticing signals humans ignore. The important thing is not assuming every negative canine reaction means someone is secretly dangerous. Dogs are sensitive animals, not perfect lie detectors. But their reactions can sometimes reveal emotional tension, unpredictability, or discomfort in ways humans fail to recognize immediately. That sensitivity is real. A dog's instincts are finely tuned, they notice the subtlest changes in posture, breathing, and even scent that escape human perception. This heightened awareness allows them to react, often protecting their humans from what lies beneath a seemingly calm facade. They sense moods and intentions that elude us. In this way, dogs become our silent guardians, attuned to the unspoken words of our emotions, reminding us that there is often more beneath the surface than meets the eye. Their instincts bridge the gap between worlds, connecting us to our true selves.